I am Audrey from Woodland Cottage Yarns and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a free crochet pattern along with some video tutorials, a shop update, some future plans for my yarn store, as well as adventures with my husky puppy. See you in a bit. So the yarn that I ordered for the Bird of Paradise colorway set finally came in, and I'm excited to share the final product, which is now available in my shop. Here is the set that is now available. There are 5 different colors. We have the light green, variegated, speckled green, same tone, different tone but the same color basically. The golden poppy with the bits of blue and greens, fire engine reds, and that peacock blue. So when I ordered the yarn, the first set that I got, which is where I crocheted the sample, it was a 2-ply DK weight yarn. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough yarn in that base, so I had to get a 6-ply DK weight yarn, otherwise known as cable weight. And that is what these 2 sets are. However, they still turn out really beautiful. Here it is in skein form. I don't know if you guys can see all of that, but turned out really, really good. And again, example of how the colors go together as shown in the last video. So I have 2 sets available. Hopefully you guys enjoy the colors as much as I do. I absolutely love all of these colors and how they go together. I'm sure they would go great together in a knitted garment as well, or a knitted blanket or a crocheted blanket. Many different options, but this is the Bird of Paradise colorway set. All right, so I have been thinking about some ways of crocheting gifts for people, which I'm sure we all do. And one of the most useful things that I found that were really quick, so useful, quick for the home, were coasters. So I've been crocheting coasters from Canoe Mountain Designs called the Coaster Trio. Here is a couple of those patterns. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I will link that in the comments section below. They're really quick to make and really easy. They're really pretty and useful. You know, I'm sure we all have coasters that we use to protect our tables. So it kind of inspired me to kind of like dip my toe into the whole design world. So the free crochet pattern that you're about to see, I'm not going to say it's super original. I mean, I created it from scratch. However, there are plenty of coasters, so it's not the most like original thing. So just wanted to put that out there up front, but it's a really fun crochet project. It only took me, once I got through the design process, which actually took me a couple of days, but actually just crocheting it from the pattern, it's about a 25-30 minute project, which is really fun. And then obviously you want to make a few of them to have like a set, which would take longer. So I called it the Cottage Coaster, you know, based on my business name, Woodland Cottage Yarns. and this is kind of the final project. And I used fingering weight yarn and 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. And it's just a circle. There's no magic loop involved. It's basically just chain 4, slip stitch to create a ring, and then you just kind of work it from there. Really simple, really easy, really fun way to kind of like dip my toes into a designer realm, and I will kind of hopefully be able to grow from here. But I thought it would be fun to share it with you guys, and that is what's next.
A dusty road, no need to hide, with boots worn down and a hat pulled low. It's a long way back, but we're in no hurry to go. The sun dips low in the amber sky. Coyotes howl, a lonesome cry. With the stars alight, we carry on the dusty road home where we belong. Singing sweet and low, a tale untold of the weary heart and the spirit bold. Through the fields of gold and the hills of stone, we walk together, never alone. Old Joe's guitar, he strums and strays a tune of love and endless days. With every chord the miles disappear. The dusty road home is always near. Beneath the moon's soft silver hue, we share our dreams, just me and you. The firelight dances, shadows play on the dusty road. We'll find our way.
quick peek into my future plans for Woodland Cottage Yarns. One of my main goals is to open up a physical shop. I'm hoping it will be around the Silverdale, Bremerton area. My plan is to open it around November, December timeframe. I also plan on carrying various types of yarns. That includes acrylic, bamboo, and cotton. Definitely some non-superwash yarns. And then I am also going to reach out to some local hand dyers here. We have actually quite a few artists here, fiber artists I call them, that dye yarn here locally. So I plan on reaching out and seeing about carrying their yarn basically. But this last part of the video, I would like to introduce you to my husky puppy, Sauron. So I just want to include just a little 2-minute section on my adventures with him. And that really concludes this video. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.